Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it in this out. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm really pleased. Like I said, it's an honor to have Chuck Surack, the founder and CEO of Sweetwater, with us today. First, I really wanted to ask you, and before I get to that, you got a great room behind you. I gotta say that. We got to bring.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But I did want to ask you, you really have a unique perspective here, because when all of the, unfortunate health concerns came up in the crises, what was your philosophy there? Because you're already, a prominent online retailer, so you kind of have the service that people would want during unfortunate times. So what did you say to yourself? What did you say to your staff about how you were going to handle this situation?
Wow, it's a great question, but frankly, it was a little bit out of our control. It was up to the state of Indiana, and we were watching carefully what they allowed us to do. And fortunately, our governor said that distribution centers are important to stay open. In fact, he even encouraged our residents to buy mail order or long distance, that sort of thing. And we were just fortunate to be able to do it. We've been operating now just as our warehouse. The rest of our building is shut down, but the warehouse or the new distribution center has been operating. And knock on wood, fortunately, we've not had any incident of anybody getting the virus as they're out there. We've been really, really careful, doing lots of things to make sure it's as safe as we can possibly make it. And our business is just going crazy, just booming right now.
Yeah, I have to imagine. Of course, safety is first and foremost. We have to say that. So I hope you and everyone there is safe, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly glad to hear that the business is booming. I mean, that's fantastic. Let me ask you also, what is once we come out of this, are you going to see any changes, and has there been any surprises that have come along the way about how you're going to handle things going forward? Anything you didn't expect, or something that you might have seen that, hey, this is a way we can handle business better in the future?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's going to be a new normal. That's for sure. Especially at our local business, we don't know what those rules are going to be like. Our state is hoping to start opening up a little bit starting next week. We know there'll be different rules and regulations, and whether that's we all wear masks or we're checking temperatures and those sort of things. From a mail order point of view, what I would tell you, our business has always been founded on relationships, and a little bit different maybe than some of the other mail order folks. And we really know our customers. We keep track of birth dates and spouses' names and children's names and their dreams and aspirations. And when this whole thing started and we were talking about how we're going to talk to our customers, I told all of my folks that I'm not really worried about the sales. I just want to make sure we keep the relationship going. And it was amazing how often we'd talk to a customer and they were just thrilled that someone called them. And I think being isolated at home, we're all a little bit hungry for connectivity and to talk to others. And they were just appreciative that we were calling to see how they were doing. It did turn into business, but that was not our goal. And I'm just thankful that we have that sort of relationship, that sort of business with our customers, that they really liked talking to us. It provided some amount of normalcy for them. And it so happened that it also turned into a lot of business too.
Yeah, that's great. I think certainly the music business is no question going to survive, and it's actually doing pretty well, all things considered, because people want to play at home. So I mean that's definitely a good sign. Yeah. Lastly, I wanted to ask you a little different topic. Is the show you have? You have the GearFest, which is a tremendous event. So I don't know if you've made decisions. I know there have been a lot of shows that have been canceled. But first, have you made a decision on that, and which is I think in late June? And either way, how do you have to handle these events in the future? Because you have a lot of people in close quarters. I mean, perhaps when your 2021 event comes, there could be a vaccine at that point, so I'm sure that would help tremendously. But how do you have to handle events, though? I mean, what measures can you take when you have a lot of people close together playing and listening to music? I mean, that's got to be a challenge.
Yeah, and I also own a 2,000-person concert venue where we have concert touring acts all the time in our facility, and it's a new world, and we don't know exactly what those rules are yet. we did decide last week to cancel GearFest this year in the way that we've known it in the past. So we started sending press releases out just over the last couple of days. But what we are going to do is have a virtual GearFest. And so we're going to have several days of online interactive real seminars with famous musicians and producers and that sort of thing. We'll have some special sales during that week. We're going to try and take as much of what we did in person and make it live online. And we're asking manufacturers to do special videos, and we're going to try and find a way to bring GearFest. We're going to turn lemons into lemonade, I hope. We're going to take GearFest, which typically was pretty local. I say local in that we did get people from all over the country, actually all over around the world. We got about 18,000 people that would come see us last year. This year, if we go virtual and we're really available to the whole country or maybe even around the world, I bet we'll be able to touch more people than we've been able to in the past. So we're hoping that works out well. We'll see. And we're just in the beginning planning stages of it. We had several meetings yesterday, and we'll be announcing that in a more formal way in the next week or two.
Great, great. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. And again, stay safe, and to the whole Sweetwater family, stay safe. And thank you for joining me, Chuck. It's fantastic. It's great to see you. Hope to see you in person again at some point. Hand you some awards or whatever I've done in the past with you.
You're very kind. Thank you. And to you, please stay safe, and the whole audience stay safe. And we'll get through this. It's going to be different, but we will get through this. So have a great day.
Yeah, thank you. I think we will too.